Hey, my little angels, come on in. Come in. It's okay. Come in. Even you new people, I see you. Come in. And hello. Thank you, new people, for giving my channel a chance. I appreciate it. Please feel free to like it, to share it. Comments are amazing. I love the comments, you guys. I love knowing what you think. I love interacting with you. It's amazing, okay? And I love knowing where everybody's from, too. And please hit that subscribe button below because YouTube is playing with my numbers again. And hello to my returning people. I see you. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for coming back. Please keep those comments coming and please make sure you're still subscribed. I appreciate it. So today is so lo-fi. I actually wasn't gonna record today and kind of changed my mind. And I wanted to talk to you guys about when we put too much expectations on ourselves. But before we do that, somebody is here with me. You guys have been asking me to do a video and show them. So this is Candy. Can you say hi, babes? Yeah. She's such a good girl. And she turned 5 yesterday. So that's Candy. She'll probably just, thank you. She'll probably just lay there, hopefully. This morning I woke up with a horrible, horrible migraine. And we have the Diabetes Foundation here in Ontario calls you every once in a while and says they're doing donation pickups. I don't usually do them because we give to the St. Vincent de Paul at my church, but we had a lot this time in the basement. We've been cleaning out cupboards and things and a lot of kitchen stuff. So I said, sure, no problem. So you just put them out in bags or boxes with a D or diabetes. So we got them all ready yesterday. There was, I think, 7 bags and 1 box. So I heard this one over here growling upstairs. So I looked out the window. And I guess she was growling because the truck backed into our driveway. And when the man got out and took the bag, she went ballistic and like against the window. The poor man dropped the bag, was looking around, waiting to be attacked at any second. So I ran out and said, I'm so sorry. She's upstairs. And he was so kind. He's like, don't worry. She just took me by surprise. So she's sleeping that off now. You know, she's making sure no one takes anything off our driveway. Thank you, sweetie. But one of the things too, I wanted to talk to you guys about is this is so dusty. This is where it all began. In this exact spot, I did the first video for my ASMR channel. And at that time, I had it on a pot and a napkin ring holder. And it was just ridiculous. But I wanted to talk to you guys about putting undue expectations on ourselves. And you know you do it. Yes, I'm talking to you. You know you do it. We all do it. Everybody does it. But sometimes they can really get in the way of things. And it may surprise you to find out it's okay to say no. It really is. Not only that, sometimes people like it. They appreciate knowing, okay, you're not going to do it this time, but I can go to the next person on my list. Except for your work, I understand. Where are you going? Oh, Lord. She's off. There may be barking. I'm sorry. She's off to the kitchen window, which means there's someone in the park. She'll settle down in a moment. I'm sorry, you guys. This is what happens when you film in one take, like I do. Candy, thank you. That's enough. Good girl. She has to get that last word all the time. Now, where were we? Oh, yeah. Your work is different. You have deadlines. But even then, if you're not going to meet a deadline, don't hide it. Go to the person and say, this deadline's not going to be met because of this, this, and this. This is what I expect to do. This is when I expect to have it done. You'll be surprised, and a lot of times, how much people are willing to say, okay, no problem. Or even, do you need some help with it? But in our other lives, in school it's hard too, but if you're having a difficult time in school, talk to your teachers or your professors. Now, you're always going to meet the ones that are just not happy with themselves and only get happy if they're making other people miserable. Nothing you can do for those people except pray, you know? However, we don't always have to be the yes person, okay? People will still respect you. People will still like you if you say no. I read a post today by a very good, one of my favorite ASMR artists, Old School Sounds ASMR, Christina. And she was basically apologizing for not being able to do 3 videos a week and was going to just try to do 2, and if she can do a 3rd. And I'm just like, honey, don't do that. People will rewatch the ones they love. If there's not a new one up, it's okay. But I get it. I feel like that sometimes too, like I'm letting you guys down if I'm having a bad day, or if, you know, I just can't get a video out that day. And I know you guys have said to me, we'll wait for you. I remember when I got really sick, when I got COVID the 2nd time, and you guys were so kind, because I did post in the community tab that I was trying, but I just couldn't. And you guys were like, don't worry, we'll still be here. It's so comforting, okay? And I want to be able to do that for you, okay? If people are expecting too much from you, and I hate to say this, guys, our families are the worst for that. Absolute worst, okay? And saying no is like, oh, don't you love me? Families can be very manipulative. Not mine, because they watch this. However, but I'm just saying, you need to be able to say, for my own health, I am not going to be able to do this. Or, I can't do it for you this time, but I can later. You need me to help you with a school project? When is it due? I can't help you right now, but you have 4 days, I can help you in 2. That kind of thing, you know? You want me to host the entire family for Easter? Look them right in the face and say, yeah, only if we're doing it potluck. I have no problems hosting 15 people, but we're using disposable china and cutlery, and everybody has to bring a side dish. I will gladly do the main meat. And you know what? People like it. I know if I go to someone's house and they've asked me to bring something, I feel good. I feel like I'm contributing. I'm part of it. Yeah, like, and especially with Easter coming up, and I don't know how many of you celebrate it, but it can be a big family time. And luckily, it's not a huge gift-giving occasion. There are some of us that do gift baskets, but you know. Okay, I have to tell you guys this because I showed you the gift bags the other day, but I finally got the last 2 pieces for my aunts, well, my aunt and uncle, she has to share, and my husband's. So everybody remembers I talked about at Christmas time, I, again, did not have the energy to make fruitcakes this year. So I told them no. But I did look up where to get the absolute best fruitcake. And I'm telling you, it was like I was being sent messages, because I read about it at the Collins Street Bakery in Texas. I turned the TV on the next day and the Food Network was on, and they were doing a thing on the fruitcake at Collins Street Bakery. So I did order a fruitcake for my husband, and I ordered a box of petites. And my husband said he had put the petites away for when my aunt came. Well, because we expected them in January for baby Angel's birthday. But my aunt was sick, so they couldn't come. And it went out of everybody's head. So he came to me about a week ago, and he said, do you think those are still good? And I said, you know what? There's one way to find out. So I called the bakery, and I asked, and he said, you know what? You're right on the border, and I'm not making everybody sick. So my husband was incredibly disappointed. First of all, because I paid for them to be shipped from Texas, but the man on the phone was so nice to me and gave me a promo code. So I was able to order 2 boxes of the petites, and they arrived today. My husband doesn't know, my aunt doesn't know, but they're both getting them with strict instructions to put them in the freezer this time if they're not going to eat them right away. So I'm really excited about that, because that's something neither one will have any idea about. So I'm happy with that. But that resulted from me being able to say no about that. And with Easter, if it's just my aunt and uncle, it's easy. My aunt has no problem rolling up her sleeves, getting in, helping me. My uncle will too. And my uncle's a great one for saying, well, don't make it fancy. Just do what you can, you know? So I'm really looking forward to that. And then, but I am going to invite my brother and my sister-in-law. The only change there, because I am trying really hard to be more ecological, but they are eco people. So I can't use the disposable stuff. But I do have a dishwasher, so that'll be okay. And I'd love for them to come, I really would. I'll have to make 2 more baskets, but that's okay, that's easy. So yeah, it's okay to say no. And I'm trying to think of scenarios that could be coming up in the near future. And that was the big one for me, Easter dinner. And I'm like, oh, you know me, I believe my faith. And okay, someone's whispering in my ear that somebody wants to hear this today. So yeah, it's okay. And it's okay to just make one thing and do convenience for everything else, okay? If you can't do potluck and you have to make everything, yeah, you're gonna have a lot of cold salads, you know that? And you're gonna buy them at the store. Yeah, you are. You're gonna have a whole crudité plate that you just bought a package of and put them together, okay? You can make the meat, that's easy. A ham, you just stick in the oven, guys. Cranberry sauce, I'll walk you through that. If you need the recipe, let me know. It's easy, and you can do a whole lot the day before or 2 days before and just pop everything in the oven when you need to. But if you need help, it's okay to say so. No one's going to think less of you. And if they do you really care about their opinion? And if you do, why? If someone is going to think less of you because you have to put your self-preservation in front, does their opinion really matter? I'll tell you right now, no. And no one who loves you is going to say, oh, she said no. Let's gossip on the phone. And if people gossip, who cares? As long as it doesn't get back to me, I don't care. Because somebody said that to me once. Oh, I heard someone say something about you. I'm like, yeah. And she goes, do you want to know who? No. Well, don't you want to know what? No. If they wanted me to know, they'd say it to my face. Am I being made a fool of? That you can tell me. You know, if someone's doing something, the only 2 words I can come up with are diabolical and sinister, and I'm not that important. Backstabbing behind my back that I should be prepared for. Yeah, you can tell me that. But if somebody's saying, who does she think she is? I don't care. Okay, I do. But I'm trying not to. I really am. I'm trying to grow through that way. But it took me a long time to get here, guys. But yeah, please, guys, just be able to say no. And know that you're enough. I think our inability to say no means we have this we aren't enough idea in the back of our heads, even if we don't realize it. I have a friend, and they were very proud of the fact that they went back to work after they had a major surgery way too soon. I'm like, why? Who are you trying to prove something to, and why are you trying to prove it? It makes no sense to me. I understand if it's a financial reason that I get. Everybody has those. We can't help those, you know? And that's okay to say that too. You know, I got to go back to work. I can't afford to, you know, not make money this week. I get it. I totally get that. But let somebody know. Let somebody you work with, one of your work friends, say, do me a favor, if I'm not at my desk, I'm in the bathroom, just cover for me, please. Or I just need some time to rest for a minute. That's okay. It's okay to do that. You know that? You are worth saying no. And it's okay. Because you, my darlings, are more than enough. Okay? You're perfect just as you are. And you are enough. I want you to say that right now. We're all going to say it together. I don't care if you feel silly, and I don't care if you're on the bus. Mutter it. You might get the seat beside you empty. Just say, I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Okay? I can say no because I am enough. I want you guys to really think about that. And I'm going to do the same. Okay? So yeah, that's pretty much my whole rant for now. What else? Okay, so I apologize. I said in my video yesterday about the cottage cheese that I would tack it on to the end of the video. It didn't tack on. So, and I can't get it to tack on. So I'm sorry about that. But last night, for our vegetable, I took the whipped cottage cheese that is so silky and thick, and there's no other word, luxurious. I put it on the plate. I had some arugula and spinach mix, and I put that around. I made a bruschetta mix. I just chopped up cherry tomatoes, some cilantro, some balsamic, some dried basil. I think I put in, a whole garlic. I just grated it up into it. Mix that up, put that around the top. Right? Did I put anything else? Oh, and then I sprinkled some olive oil. And I put pieces of toast around it. You could do crudité. They were fighting over who could lick the plate, I'm telling you, by the end of it. And my husband was like, oh, by the way, how did that whipped cottage cheese turn out? I said, I don't know, you tell me, you ate it. He goes, shut up. He thought I had made some, he thought actually it was labneh. And I'm like, where do I have labneh in the fridge? So they loved it. I love it. And now I can eat cottage cheese, and I can do more of the Tiffany plate for myself. So yeah, that's a really good trick. The other thing I'm making, I'm still in the process. I love Mexican food. My family loves Mexican food. I told you Mexico's our happy place. And I watch Rachel Cooks with Love. I've told you guys about her many times on YouTube. And she's never failed me. I have made many recipes from her, and they have never failed. Well, today I am making chiles rellenos. Forgive my pronunciation. I can't do it, but because we choose Wednesdays, because we're in Lent, Fridays are incredibly hard for my husband not to have meat because his lunch is provided at his work and everything. And yes, we should have Fridays as our meatless, but a priest once told me we could pick another day. So we ended up picking Wednesday as our meatless day. So I'm making chiles rellenos as our meatless meal. I'm telling you guys right now, if somebody makes chiles rellenos, or however you pronounce it, for you, they love you. Oh my God. There's so many steps. But I'm doing Rachel Cooks with Love recipe, and she shows all kinds of neat tips on how to do it and everything. So I'm hoping it's going to turn out great. I have everything done. All I have to do now is fry them and put them in the sauce and sprinkle some cheese on top. I have them, I already roasted, well, first I de-seeded them, then I roasted them on the stove top. We have a glass top, so Rachel has showed putting basically a cooling rack that I bake with on the burners and doing them that way, which I did. Then the smoke detector went crazy. This was all while I had this migraine. And so and then you put them in a bag to steam. And then they peel so easy. Like literally, I just took the back of a knife and just, the skins went off. Then you fry up potatoes and green onions, and when they're nice and crispy and cooked through, you add a whole bunch of Monterey Jack cheese, and that's your filling. And then you stuff the peppers, and they really did, she showed how to slit them, and they worked really good. I didn't have to use toothpicks or anything. Now, the correct recipe is to make an egg white mixture where you whip the egg whites and then add the yolk, and that's what you're going to dip them in and fry. My husband can't stand the taste of egg. I can put eggs in things, but he can't stand the taste or the texture. So I'm breading them, like, you know, the flour, egg, breadcrumb, parmesan mixture. I'm going off the recipe just a bit. And then when they're done and you've got them all fried up like that, you put them into the sauce and let them simmer and get some of the sauce flavor in there. You put the cheese on top and you're done. And what a great meal. Now, she served it with refried beans and rice. I'm serving it just with some bread and tortillas. And I said to them, if you guys want veggies, I can get some raw veggies out. But I think the potatoes are inside. The cheese is the protein. The veggies are all in the sauce. And I made a homemade sauce with the tomatoes, cilantro, onion, garlic, all kinds of spices, chili powder, guajillo chili powder. I love saying guajillo. So yeah, so that's my ramble, that's my rant, that's everything. And guys, I love you. I really do. I know I say it at the end of every video, but it's not a habit. I do love you. I love you. I value you. I honor you. And I'm so very, very glad that you were born.